What's up everyone? So in this video we're going to get right to the point and we're going to talk about how you guys can set up your TradingView charts and see exactly how it works. It's going to be a full tutorial on exactly how you can use your settings, how you can set up your charts, as well as just figuring out those little tips and tricks about TradingView that can really help you out. So let's just jump right into it. First, we're going to go to tradingview.com. And if you guys feel that at any point this video is kind of fast, just keep pausing it and then start messing around with your own charts and then come back, go back and forth. The best way to learn anything is by doing. So highly recommend just pause the video at any point, apply it to your same charts, and then come back to the video, continue. Okay, so this is the home page for TradingView, right? If you haven't signed up already, I'm pretty sure you guys can figure out how to sign up. Not very complicated. You'll have like a little sign up option up here. You can sign up. Right now I created a brand new account just to show you guys exactly the way it's going to pop up on your screen. So what we're going to do is first we're going to talk about what's on the main page, right? We have ideas, markets, scripts, screeners, streams is new, brokers. It tells you about what brokers are available that are integrated with TradingView. All these don't matter to us at the moment. What we're going to worry about is the charts. So what you want to do is just click on the chart button. It'll load up a chart, a default chart for you. And this is what your screen should look like, right? So the most likely the default is going to be Apple. That's just the way it pops up. So what we're going to be doing is essentially going step by step on how you can set up TradingView and how you can use it. So first things first, we're gonna change the color scheme of TradingView. Now, how do we do that? Very simple. All you have to do is right click on your mouse, click on color theme down here, and then click dark. That's it. It's that simple, right? Next, what you wanna do is, I know you guys probably don't see it at the moment, so I'm gonna drag it right here, but what I'm gonna be doing is clicking this button right here. It's the gear icon. So you're going to hit chart properties. You're going to click on background and you're going to click on the black color all the way to the right. Next, you're going to come right below to vertical grid lines. Don't worry about the ad thing. That whenever you have a free account, those ads will pop up, but that's not really a big deal right now. So click on vertical grid lines, and then in the opacity, all you want to do is drag the bar all the way to the left, so it's a 0%. You can also type it in. And same thing again, drag it all the way to the left with the horizontal grid lines. Super simple, right? Next, what you want to make sure you click on is the watermark. So the watermark, what it does is it's gonna, on the chart, it's gonna tell you exactly what stock you're looking at. So this is just a simple setup on your appearance and how the chart looks and how it feels. Why do I go with the black screen? It's better for your eyes. It's more pleasing. It's not like, you know, looking at the white light all the time can really affect your eyes. So that's why I go with the dark, and I like the way the chart looks. If you guys don't want to do this, up to you. You guys can keep the white chart. But I think this chart just looks much cleaner because one, we took away the horizontal grid lines, the vertical grid lines. We don't need all that. It's just more stuff on the chart to confuse us. Even though they're not indicators or anything like that, but it's still going to confuse us. So by default, what you're going to have is that volume button, right? So whenever you have an indicator on your chart, it'll pop up right here. If you ever want to not see it, all you have to do is press on the little eye icon where it says hide. Simple. If you ever want to edit the settings, again, click on the gear icon. Simple. You can click on the volume. If you want the volume moving average to pop up, it will pop up. If you ever want to change the colors, opacity, the thickness, or if you want to make the volume, instead of columns, you want to have circles, crosses, area, align with bars, whichever way you want. TradingView is highly customizable. It's up to you. I keep pretty much majority of them default settings. It works great. But for this purpose right now, we're gonna be just clicking OK, and then just hide the volume just to make our charts a bit neater, right? Just to understand what we're dealing with. So what we have on our charts is exactly what I'm going to show you, right? Up here, you're going to see the ticker. If you ever want to change the ticker, you can either click right there and then type in whatever stock you want, or what you can do is, if you just have this section, if your screen is selected on TradingView, the browser, all you have to do is type anywhere, and that little bar will pop up. Press enter, your chart loads up. If I want QQQ, pops up right there. SPY pops up right there. You don't have to continuously go up there to, you know, change your charts. You can just type on your keyboard, it pops up. I think that's one of the greatest features about TradingView. It makes transitioning really smooth. Sorry, APL, if you want to type it that way. And then right next to the ticker, we're gonna find our time frames. You have the default settings, again, 1 minute, 5 minute, 15 minute, 1 hour, 1 day. If you ever want to have something else, or you just want to have, and if you don't see that, that means they're not favorited for you. And the way you can have them show up to your specific time frame, so you want 30 minutes to pop up there, like the star icon right there, it pops up. You guys see that? I'll do it again. 30 minutes, it went away. Click on it, boom, it's there. It's very simple. You guys can even have range charts, daily charts, weekly charts, monthly charts. Way too many to pick from. Okay. Next, we have what type of candlesticks that we want to use. So if you click that little down arrow, it's going to pull up all the bar types, the candlesticks that you can have. For me, my preference was the regular candlesticks, the Heikin-Ashi, and the Renko. That's what I use for my analysis. And that's why I have those three popping up. For you, it's probably not showing up like that. So all you have to do, again, I'll take all three of these off to show you. By default, you will have this. And then what you want to do is, when you have this, right, if you don't see that drop down anymore, just click on the candles, click on the Heikin-Ashi, and then hit star. Next, and right there, just hit Renko, and then hit candles, your regular candles. Boom. And then whenever you want to change through them, just click on the button. It'll pop up. Again, I use Heikin-Ashi charts a lot, so I'm just going to keep it at that for now. Next, here you have the compare button. So what you can do is, essentially, you can compare the stock chart to any other stock, or if you wanted to compare it to the index as a whole, like how is it measuring up, it'll show you right there. Next, we have our indicators chart, right? In this tab, if you just click on indicators, you'll see this nice little pop-up, and then what you can do is simply in indicators, just type in MACD, and it's going to pop up. The built-ins from TradingView are the ones always at the top. You can favorite them if you would like, and they would show up in your favorites over here. If not, again, you can just type MACD. Simple. These are your standard indicators. And then whenever you see public library, that means somebody else coded this MACD for themselves, but then they made it public so that you guys can use it as well. And this is, again, when you're looking at the public library, be careful, because these are all just theories and tests that other people are using and making. It's not a defined strategy. It's not confirmed that it's going to be a success. Everything is still up in the air with them. It's just people putting out their work to share with the world. And that's why you see so many things when you type in MACD. But easiest way to avoid all of this is just click in built-ins, right? If you click built-ins, these are the ones provided by TradingView and pretty much every other brokerage and charting platform, and you can just scroll through them. You have Bollinger Bands, you have your chop zone, you have your Connors RSI, Ichimoku Cloud, your MACD, your moving average cross. Like, the list goes on. Like, we know that there's thousands and thousands of indicators out there for trading. It's just a matter of the ones that work for us, right? So since we did select MACD already before, we can just go to our favorites, click right on it, boom, pops up right on our chart. And same thing again, if you wanted to adjust your MACD settings, just hop on right over, move your mouse right over where it says MACD, then click settings. You can change the colors, you can change the signal line, the width. If you want to make it thicker, like you saw, again, we'll make this thicker, boom, becomes thicker. Super simple. And then the rest we have, you know, your financial ratios. If you ever want to see what the financial ratio is for that stock, or you want to see something from the balance sheet, you can easily just click on it. So if you want to see balance sheet, accounts payable, again, this is a premium feature, so you would need to have the upgraded TradingView account to see that. But for most traders, if you're just swing trade, like small swing trades or day trades, this information won't matter. Your financial statements are mainly for long-term holds. And then this is just indicator templates. So if you just wanted to, you know, follow one of their default templates or create your own template, you can do that. And then this is one of my favorite things, the alerts tab. So first you can either click on the button right there, or you can just click Alt A from your keyboard. And that's the one thing I love about TradingView, is that they have so many keyboard shortcuts, which I will take you guys to a link to pretty soon. But yeah, it makes it very easy, especially once you get used to using TradingView. Just like 2 click buttons, boom, you're done. So click alert. If I ever wanted to say, oh, I want the MACD crossing above, say, the price or value of the MACD, right? I can program an alert just for that, and I can have it notify on the app itself if you have it on your phone, or you can just have a nice little pop-up come up right on your screen. And then you can select your noises that you want. If you want like a handbell, if you want a chirping noise, an alarm clock, and then you can have it send an email to yourself as well. And then you can have a custom message for each alert that you create, right? So every time this alert goes off, it's going to say MACD and the parameters for the MACD crossing MACD on the 1-day time frame. Or I could just have it custom say, okay, MACD is crossing. And I can set it, and then I can set a date till when I want it. Obviously in the free version, it's limited to about a 2-month time frame. But again, with the premium ones, premium accounts, you can essentially just have it never ending. And then you can have the option of setting the alert only once per bar, or once per bar close. So only activates if that crossover happened and confirmed at bar close. Or you can have it once per minute, so that it's just continuously scanning. That one I recommend not doing, because you will get a headache. But once per bar close is my favorite. That's what I normally do. And then to create it, all you have to do is hit create, and you're done. And if you ever want to check on what alerts you have, on the right over here, sorry, let me just pull this over because I know my face is covering it. So you see this little alarm clock, you click on that. These are all the alerts that I've set before. This is the one that we made today, Apple. Again, this is a completely new account. That way, that's why you're not seeing anything. But if you ever want to adjust your alerts, all you have to do is you can click on the little gear icon that says edit on top of it once you hover over it. And then you can just edit, set the time frame, how long you want that alert to be for. Or if you say just, oh, I don't want these alerts anymore, I don't like it, you can just click that X arrow, boom, delete. And we can just keep that one Apple alert that we wanted. And then again, just to get to that alert screen, I know this is kind of confusing. As I keep moving my screen over, let's see, right there, right? Click alerts, it pops up. Unclick it again, goes away. And then same thing, this is a replay function. It's only available on our regular candlesticks. That you can just play around with. Yeah, it's not really, I don't need to explain it, it's very simple. And then over here, right, we have our chart. We never named our chart. Easy way to name it, hit that drop down button, rename, we'll say Apple chart. You can name it whatever you want just to keep track of your charts. You can make multiple charts for different things if you're using like different analysis based on different time frames. It's up to you. Hit save, you're done. And then again, these bars, you can always just mess around with them just to see exactly what they are. Two of my favorites that I simply use, I don't really touch anything else. It's just the watch list. I can set it to whatever watch list I want. And in the watch list, it'll tell me what the current price of the stock is and any news that's happening live. You'll get these updates continuously. And so say if I clicked, so I'll add Tesla, right? All I have to do is go up there and type it in, hit enter, it adds. And if I want to bookmark a specific stock and color code it, I can do that. So for this Tesla, I guess this feature is not a, okay, so you can color code it in red, but you can't color code it in other colors. At least that's a premium feature. Again, Disney, you can just color code it, QQQ. If these are the three things that you're continuously looking at, you can do that. And the cool thing about this is, right, so if I click right on my watch list, stock pops up. And if I click the down arrow on my keyboard, it goes down to the next stock in my watch list. And I don't need to have my watch list up for that to happen. If I just have my chart up and then I click, hey, like I want to see the next chart, boom, Tesla. If I click up, goes back to Disney. If I click up again, it goes back to QQQ. So it's a very simple platform to understand and use. And then if you are ever trading on the platform itself, what you would want to do is, if you move your mouse all the way down, right, you'll see order panel, and then you'll see the dome. So if you ever want to have the dome up, you can have the dome up if you're a dome trader. And then if you ever just want to see the order panel, you would have to connect to the broker. But once you connect to the broker, it'll just be like any other order platform where it's say, oh, do you want to, what type of order do you want? A market order, a limit order, a stop order? Or do you want to just place, you know, you want to short the stock, what price you want to get in at, where's your take profit, where's your stop loss? Everything's there. That's obviously something I don't need to explain. You guys are familiar with it. And that's an easy way of doing that. And then another neat feature, right, about TradingView that you guys should be using is their chart tools. So on the left side, we see all these little icons. They're all here to help you. So we'll just do a quick rundown on what each one is, right? This one, simple, whatever you want the cursor to be. You can have a little dot. You can have a cross. If you want your mouse, you can have your mouse. And here, you'll have your trend lines and drawing tools. So if you just click that little arrow right there, you'll have all these tools that you guys can use to draw on your charts. So if I just want to draw a simple trend line, I can click that, connect the dots, boom. And then say if I ever wanted to edit this trend line, again, I can just drag it at any point. If I hit delete right now while it's selected, it deletes. Or if I want to change the settings for it and the style, right, what I can do is I can have a dash line, I can have a solid line, I can have an arrow, I can have it only show up on my daily charts or the minute charts or the hourly charts if I wanted to. If you click on visibility, and then you set the coordinates exactly if you'd like. And then if you click on the color, I can make it yellow, I can make it white, whichever color I please, right? So for this case, we'll do yellow. And if I want it to be really thick line, boom. Now it has that arrow as well, since we added that arrow. So this whole line is something to really mess around with. And one of the things I do to make my life easier is my top favorites are the trend line. That's why you see it bookmarked. The horizontal line when I draw out my support and resistance levels. And once you bookmark it, like it will tell you the exact like shortcut key. And you can't have the shortcut key for everything, obviously, but for the main ones that majority of people use, they have the shortcuts. For trend line, all you have to do is click Alt T. Horizontal line, you have to click Alt H. Vertical line, Alt V. Cross, Alt C. Very simple. And then if you go down to the next one, we'll have the Fibonacci tools. So say you ever wanted to draw Fibonacci's, or if you want to draw Fibonacci retracements, it's very simple. I have it bookmarked here. Why do I have it bookmarked here? Because if I have it bookmarked here, it's going to pop up right here. So I have this little panel at the bottom of my screen all the time with the key things that I use: a horizontal line, an extended trend line, the price range, the regular trend line, the fib retracement, short position calculator, and long position calculator. So in this one, you can click on all the Fibonacci tools. And then this one, we can see all the shapes that we want to draw. Say if I just want to draw up a little box. Boom. There. Click delete. You delete it. If you just wanted to draw, you can draw. And then say in the next one, right, if you go right below it, it's text. You can do text, you can do a little call out balloon, you can do a price label, an arrow mark to the left. Say if I wanted to add, whoa, just write hey. We'll make it white so we can see it on this chart. Let's make the font, and we can write whatever we want. Next, we have the patterns. This I don't really utilize because I don't have a use for it for my trading. But if you guys want to mess around with it, play around with it, go for it. Next, we have our prediction and measurement tools. So, and this is where I get the long position calculator, the short position calculator, and all these other nice ones. The two most ones I use is the long position and the short position. So in this case, let's just calculate the long position, right? So first things, you just have this on your chart, have this on your favorites, and then click on long position. And then start at this point. You just grab your mouse to a starting point, and then you can just drag it out. And then it'll tell you exactly how big that move was, right? So in this case, we had it on March 23rd. Ever since then, we've been pushing up. And if you bought on March 23rd, your risk to reward in this case it'll tell you your exact risk to reward too, which is really nice. So you would have had a 58% gain if you bought in back in March, right? If you're just like a buy, hold, just, you know, playing it out for the long term, you would have like a 58% from March till now. So in a couple of months. So it'll tell you your risk to reward ratio, and then you can place your stop loss, you can drag it to measure it out exactly what your move would be and how much you would profit. And then, yeah, it's that simple. And same thing goes for your short position, right? If you ever want to draw it out, click it on, place it exactly where you want it. Boom, boom, there you are. Very simple. And then if you ever want to draw icons and everything, this is just, you know, little fun parts of about TradingView. Want to make like a little airplane, you know, increase the size a little bit. You can just put like a nice little airplane just to mess around with it. Let's just say, you know, QQQ, just flying the whole time. This is all just for the fun stuff. That doesn't really matter. And then down here we have our measurement tool, right? So for the measurement, all you have to do is click and then, you know, pick a point on the chart and then just drag to wherever you're trying to measure out, and it'll tell you exactly how many bars it was, how many days it was, or how many hours it was based on what time frame you're using, and then what percentage of a move that was, and how many points or dollars essentially that stock moved. In this case, from where we dragged it out to, it was $68, 68 points, and that was a gain of 36% from that point. For this, you can just click that, click anywhere, it disappears. This is just to zoom in if you ever wanted to, but the cool thing about TradingView Zoom is, one, if you just hold Control and then scroll on your mouse, you can zoom in, and then go backwards, you can zoom out, and then if you ever just want to move back and forth between the chart without hitting Control or anything, you just scroll on your mouse. Boom. Super simple. All this stuff at the bottom, not too important. If you ever want to hide all your drawings that you drew on the chart, you can just hit this button to have a nice clean chart, and unclick it. You'll see the trend line pop up again. And then say if you ever you're like, oh, I drew all this, right? Let's say, for example, let's just do this. I drew that here. I drew this here. I was trying to figure something out, whatever it was, and I was like, you know what, I just want a clean slate. I don't want to see this on my charts again. Hit this trash can button, boom, all gone. If you ever want everything back, you have your undo and redo buttons right up here at the top. So super simple. If you ever just want to get rid of your indicator, right, just come down to the bottom, click remove, and you're done. And like I was saying about the favorites bar right before, like this bar that you guys saw, the way to activate that is show favorites. At the bottom there's a little star right here. Click on that, pops up. Click on it again, goes away. And this is based on everything that you favorited on this side, on this panel. So in here I have the trend line, the horizontal line, the extended line. So that's why all three show up right here. And then if you ever just wanted to, you know, go full screen, you can just click this button right up here. Boom, full screen. Or if you just wanted to double click, if you wanted to, like a screenshot, right, of your charts, so you can send it to your buddy, or you just wanted to like keep it for your own trading journal, all you can do is take a snapshot. It'll either give you a link, so you can just copy that link and you can just paste it, and it'll show you a picture of what your chart looked like at that point. Or you can just say save image, it'll download to your computer. You can tweet it if you want to. And then for this is more for publishing ideas and everything. That's not a matter for you guys if you're just starting out, so don't worry about that. And then, yeah, it's essentially, it's very simple. Like, it's one of the easiest platforms to understand. It's very visually appealing as well. Let me just get rid of these because I didn't realize my mouse was still on this. But yeah, super simple. We'll go to hourly charts, and if at any time you guys realize like, hey, like my charts aren't linking up, they're like showing small candles, that's because you zoomed into them and then the auto button goes away, right? So at the bottom here, you want to make sure that you click auto. If you click auto, it auto fits the chart for you, makes it super easy, super simple. And then next time you scroll, obviously it'll zoom in, but anytime you hit control and scroll and go like that, like it kind of gets messy. And then if you ever drag this chart, right, that's when the auto function just turns off. So if I drag it like that, just to see, oh, I just want to see where the candle is, I'm just trying to understand some price action or whatnot, like that's when the auto function goes away, and next time you're just scrolling, everything just seems so, oh, what's happening, right? Click that auto, it fixes itself, and you're done. If I type in Apple again, boom, pops up. And if you ever wanted to look at stuff in percentages, I don't know why people would, I never used it. Or like logarithm, like I don't know why they use them, I don't know who uses them, but I personally don't. But then yeah, it's that simple, guys. You can go back as much data as possible, you know, go all the way back. Then we can set up our custom indicators or our custom algorithms to tell us when we're going to buy or sell, like we have in here. Obviously, if you guys signed up for enhanced trades, the algo, you guys already saw that video on how to set that up. And we'd see our nice little algo doing our work for us and telling us exactly when to buy, and then our algorithm system telling us when we should take our profit, and then we can let it run after that as well. Yeah, that was a basic tutorial of how to use TradingView and what you guys could like use it for. It's a very simple platform. Just play around with it, you will understand it. They don't make anything complicated, like too complicated to understand, because their whole point was to make everything very visually appealing, number one, and the ease of use for anyone. All right, so even if you're a very new beginner trader or an experienced trader using a different platform and just used to that, shifting over to this is super simple. So I hope you guys liked that tutorial. If you guys did, please leave a like button. If you're new, hit that subscribe button. Really appreciate that if you guys did. And yeah, I hope you have a wonderful day.